you, Jordan, but only on ABC 10. It's time to reveal one of the first bands set to perform at the Toyota Concert Series at the California State Fair this year. So ABC 10's Marcus Allen, he's been out there all morning long. He's with the big boss. So, Mark, they talked about this year really bringing in some big-name bands to the State Fair. Take it away, sir.
Yeah, exactly, Walt. We talked last hour about some of the improvements you've invested in the fair in a multitude of ways, and as Walt was mentioning, that includes the musical guests.
Yes, big time. We've more than doubled our budget from previous years, including last year's lineup. This year, I'm excited to announce that our first band that we're going to announce...
Oh, here we go. Drum roll, please, is...
Gin Blossoms.
Which is really awesome. For those of you who don't remember, you probably will remember when you take a look at this.
Tell me, do you think you'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight?
Hey Jealousy, the first hit single for the Tempe, Arizona alternative band Gin Blossoms, recorded 30 years ago this month.
Found out about you.
And we just found out they'll be headlining the State Fair. I caught up with lead singer Robin Wilson as he relaxed in his Long Island backyard, gearing up for 100+ summer gigs.
How are you feeling about that?
Well, I love doing rock and roll shows with our band, so I'm pretty psyched that we get to play one of the bigger events of its kind in the country.
I didn't ask, you shouldn't have told me.
People might not realize Gin Blossoms' music among the most sampled on TV and film. The band went on to become the soundtrack of the 90s, featured in movies like Speed, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Wayne's World, and Empire Records.
Are you still amazed that 30 years later, you're selling out everywhere you go?
That is actually amazing that we sell more concert tickets now than we ever have. It blows my mind. The 60s seemed so long ago at that time, and now we're further ahead of when we had hits than, when in the 90s, looking back at the 60s.
Sure.
That always blows me away.
Anywhere you go, I'll follow you down.
Man, that brings back some good memories. I love catching up with that guy and talking to him. And by the way, I said, hey, what's with the skeleton in the shot? And he said, people are sometimes taken aback about how much we've aged. That way you won't be thinking about how older I look in the shot, and I guess not. So Gin Blossoms, thank you for that announcement. And what I loved, a lot of the other names that we can't announce right now that will be announced later, diversity and truly music for everybody.
Yes, we've been working on this lineup, and to be honest with you, we're already preparing for next year's lineup. So we're hoping to corner the market on the entertainment here in the Sacramento region in Northern California, even through next year.
All right, food bigger and better than ever, comfort bigger and better than ever, the infrastructure, the music, as you mentioned. But it'd be nothing without the animals. That's how this all started.
Yes, livestock is a big part of the California State Fair. And for many of these contestants throughout the counties of California, 58 of them, they come here to compete. And for many of these kids, this is like their Super Bowl. This is important, and it wouldn't be a state fair without them. So we're looking forward to that, and we're making some investments in our pavilion building, which is our largest building, appropriately so, for this type of activity and competitions.
I appreciate that. Tom Martinez, CEO of the California State Fair and Food Festival, bigger and better than ever, and probably the worst kept secret ever, the Gin Blossoms. I think we dropped that a little bit earlier on our show.
Oh.
There you go. One of many to come. Back to you.
Indeed, this is a big get, and there you go. We're all singing Gin Blossoms in here now. Great sampling, too. Marcus Allen at the State Fair. So all that said,
that's right.
The California State Fair is back this July, starting the 14th through the 30th. To reserve seats for the Gin Blossoms show or any of the shows at the State Fair, head on over to the website that is on your screen, calexpostatefair.com. In the meantime, catch ABC 10 live at the State Fair this year. We'll have many familiar faces that you see here every morning on the morning news, starting at 5 on opening day. We'll be out there. We'll have everything you need to know for a great time as you visit the fair. Jordan, you're excited about it. You love the Gin Blossoms, too.
I know. I never know the names of any bands, but when I hear the songs, I go, oh my gosh, I love that band. So that's kind of what I was experiencing just a couple of minutes ago there. Very exciting stuff. And, it seems not so far off now, things like the fair, because our temperatures are getting warmer and warmer, and we're already at that time where we're in the spring and thinking about summer already. Our temperatures this morning really